All right, big news coming in from Tamil Nadu. OPS camp now celebrates after Madras High Court's boost. The Madras High Court has nullified EPS's takeover of the AIADMK. A big setback for Mr Palaniswami. Madras High Court orders a pre-June 23rd EPS-OPS parity. High Court has ordered fresh AIADMK General Council meet. A mega setback indeed to the EPS and OPS camp. In fact, OPS camp now celebrates after this Madras High Court's boost. But of course, this has come as a setback for EPS as the Madras High Court now cancels the AIADMK meeting, electing him as the interim General Secretary. In fact, the Madras High Court has cancelled the General Council meeting that was held by the AIADMK on 11th of July, which had elected Mr Palaniswami as the party's interim General Secretary. Now, the Madras High Court cancels this AIADMK General Council meeting that was held on 11th July that gave all the powers to Mr Palaniswami and now calls for a fresh General Council meeting. A huge setback. Let me quickly cut across to Akshay now joining us for a little more on that. Akshay, a quick word from you. A setback for EPS. After this July 11th meeting, EPS have the powers to the party, but now the Madras High Court seems to have rolled back, nullified that meeting, asking for another meeting now to decide on who's going to hold the reins.
Well, Nabila, it's a huge success day for O Panneerselvam. It's a day when he can breathe a sigh of relief. We're seeing that the Madras High Court today has stated that the orders will be in such a manner that June 23rd status of the party will continue, which means that the coordinator and joint coordinator positions will be back in place and O Panneerselvam will be the coordinator of the party. And we're also seeing that the learned judge has said that as per the arguments that he has heard, it feels that O Panneerselvam has not been consulted with about the July 11th General Council meeting that was planned for, and thus making it invalid. And so as per the bylaws, both the coordinator and joint coordinator together have the right to call for the General Council meeting. So we'll have to see what will be the next action plan. But the court has also given its approval, saying that if the parties want to call for a General Council meeting, they can, but only with the consent of both the leaders, that is EPS and OPS. So we have to wait and watch what will happen next. But clearly, EPS's camp is not going to bow down. They have said that they will not be okay with this kind of a judgment. They will be going further on an appeal. So at the Madras High Court also, we are seeing that the lawyers of OPS camp have come and have been rejoicing on the fact that they have got the verdict in the favor. From June 23rd, we have been seeing multiple setbacks for O Panneerselvam, and this is the first relief that he's got so far. So huge celebrations at the OPS camp, Nabila, and we'll have to wait and watch as to what will happen next. But for now, we know that the June 23rd status quo will be the one that will be followed for the AIADMK, which means both the positions of the coordinator and the treasurer will be given back to O Panneerselvam. Nabila.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, Akshaya, celebrations there at O Panneerselvam's house. It appears that they're quite ecstatic with the Madras High Court now intervening and, in fact, declaring status quo. So what really happens now with the AIADMK? So what does status quo really mean? EPS no more, or rather, for now, will not be recognized as the party chief?
Nabila, the status quo as of June 23rd would mean that both OPS and EPS will be holding the posts of coordinator and joint coordinator, and OPS will be the treasurer and EPS will be the head of the AIADMK headquarters, and all the positions that were given to respective leaders as on June 23rd or prior to that, that will be the one which is followed. So as per the ruling today, it means that the kind of timeline that OPS was claiming, which is a 5-year period of his position as a coordinator, will continue unless and until there is an amendment which is being made to it. So we'll have to wait and watch on that factor. But status quo as on June 23rd Court will continue. The meaning is that whatever was the party stand or positions as on June 23rd when the first General Council meeting was held, that will be the one which will be taken into consideration and continued. And the court has also said that if the party wants to conduct another General Council meeting, well, they can do it, but with the consent of both O Panneerselvam and E Palaniswami. When the matter was heard in court, O Panneerselvam's counsel had made it very clear that the July 11th meeting was done without his consent and hence should not be taken as a valid meeting. He had said that without him signing as a coordinator, it was seen that the meeting continued. And so at this given point of time, we'll also talk to the learned advocate who had fought for O Panneerselvam. Thank you, sir, for joining. Sir, we have seen that, O Panneerselvam's counsel is enjoying and rejoicing at the fact of today's judgment. Can you explain as to what the learned judge said now?
Already Sultan.
So live, sir.
Please. What do you say?
So what did the learned judge tell about the verdict today, sir?
The learned judge of the Madras High Court today in his verdict has categorically held that the post of the coordinator and joint coordinator which got elected on 6/12/2021 pursuant to the amendment taken place in the party bylaws on 1/12/2021 at the General Council meeting is valid, and they are still continuing as a coordinator and joint coordinator. This is stand we are taking since 6/12/2021. Our stand has been accepted by the court.
And sir, does that mean that the coordinator and the treasurer's post will be back for OPS?
We are still reiterating that both the posts are kept intact. By no stretch of imagination, both the posts become vacant. Even though on 23/6/2022 no resolution touching upon the amendments have been placed, in fact, that aspect has been considered by the court. It is their stand that we have placed the resolution, rejected, and we proved before the court no such resolution has been placed before the court. And in fact, both the coordinator and post and joint coordinator post got elected by the primary members have been accepted by the Election Commission of India. So that is because both of them have acted upon pursuant to the amendments. So still we are continuing as a coordinator and joint coordinator that is accepted by the court.
And what about the meeting that happened on the 11th of July, sir?
11/7 has no relevancy at all, because since the court has restored ante 23/6/2022, nothing, no importance can be given to the either 1/7 notice or the consequential actions taken on 11/7/2022. It has no relevance at all. It has no legal sanctity at all.
And what about another General Council meeting, sir? Has there been any details that the court has spoken about?
That is up to the party headquarters to take a decision. In fact, we are ready to accept what the court has said in this regard, and it is for the party high command to take a decision. And on behalf of other party, I cannot say anything whether they are going on an appeal or they are going to mend their ways to run the party in a peaceful manner, in a formidable manner to oppose the DMK.
Sir, on the 11th of July, we had seen a huge ruckus breaking out at the AIADMK headquarters. And after that, in the court case, we had seen that the keys for the headquarters were handed over to the EPS camp. So at this given point of time, will OPS have access to the AIADMK headquarters?
That decision can be taken only after the disposal of the SLP filed against the order of Honorable Justice Satish Kumar, which is coming up for hearing tomorrow. That by virtue of this order, our party high command will take a suitable decision on that whether to enter it or not, because now he has been named as a coordinator and he has been continuing as the party treasurer. He has got all right, but he will give due respect to the court orders, and till the orders in the Supreme Court comes, the party high command will not take any such.
Thank you, sir. So we can see that till a decision is Supreme Court tomorrow on the case of the AIADMK headquarters, it's made clear that OPS might not be entering into the AIADMK headquarters. But as of now, as per today's judgment, it means that both EPS and OPS will be considered as coordinator and joint coordinator, and the interim General Secretary's post, which was created during the 11th July meeting of the General Council body, will not be taken into consideration and is made null and void. Nabila.
All right. Akshaya, thank you very much. We see that celebrations already breaking out among the OPS camp. We're going to see how this really progresses in the days to come post the High Court's verdict.